Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Raynham Board of Selectmen. This is Tuesday, January 29th, and we welcome you. The minutes, gentlemen?
Yes, Madam Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as reported.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have no department heads or committees here this evening. We have no appointments this evening. We have no public hearings this evening. Well, I do have some new business here with this is going to need a vote, I guess. I'm writing to request permission for the Selectmen to again hold my horse shows at Rosinas' Field on Elm Street East. The shows will be running in previous years using the EMT services of the fire department. The 2013 dates are April 20, May 4, June 15, August 10, and 17. In addition to these dates, I would like to request, on behalf of the Southeast Hunter Association, permission for their annual shows. Those dates are April 27th and June 1st. These dates follow the 2013 horse show rotation. Thank you for your time and consideration. Did you check this out? Is it okay? Date-wise?
Yep.
Date-wise, it's all right.
Dates are right. Madam Chair, is there any need or concern for any police duty there with the traffic and all? Has that ever been an issue?
I don't recall that
I
it's
know they have an EMT
issue,
there,
but they have the EMT there, and I think this should get forwarded to them for their information,
Yeah.
so that they can be aware of it. Do they hire a detail at all for this, Randy? Do you know?
One of them does, one of the larger shows. But
Yeah, I'm not
I think
sure
this
which
is
one
the
it is, but I
small
think
one.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay, as long as it's not the largest show, because I do know
yes.
that the larger show brings quite a bit of traffic
quite a
there, and I
bit.
have seen
You're
occasionally
absolutely
a police
right.
detail, and I think that for the larger shows, none of these are the larger shows?
I don't believe so,
Oh,
but
No.
okay.
But I still would pass this on to the
Yep,
police and
okay,
fire
yep.
to make them aware of the time frame.
Sure. Motion to approve the request.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have no completion of any old business. Town Administrator, may I have your report, please?
The governor came out with his budget version, his version of the budget last week. It shows an increase in unrestricted local aid to the town of about $50,000, but again, zeroes out the dog track mitigation money. It may be because simulcasting needs to be reauthorized, I'm not sure, but he did the same thing last year. I think more problematic is the Bridgewater Raynham School District budget. It shows an overall decrease in funding, and that's, we figure at least a 3% increase to maintain, or 2.5% to maintain what they've got, and instead there's a decrease, so.
How much is the decrease, Randy? May I interrupt and just ask that?
I think it was about 100,000, 150,000 in that order, out of a $20 million revenue, state aid. We also, on the good news side, we received the last quarter of FY12 payment from the Gaming Commission on the dog racing money. This was the payment that was in doubt because of different interpretations of the new gaming law passed last year, but we do have that.
Should we be doing anything at all, Randy, about having that come in every year like that? Like you say, it's not probably within their realm, or within our realm to change it, obviously, but if it has to be done every year to budget it, should we be writing letters to the governor or the Gaming Commission to have them put that on there as a permanent situation?
Sure, and Senator Pacheco.
To whomever?
Well, I think part of it is a question as to whether they're going to be allowed to continue simulcasting if they were to get the slots license.
Well, if they get the slots, they probably won't continue that, but we're not gonna know that, and he's got all year to decide on the slots. So in the meantime, we'd be losing money quarterly. But we should either call, would you please do that, to take care of it through Mark, if that's who you have to go to?
The grace period on the trash transfer passes runs out this Thursday. So, passes are still being sold during regular office hours. On the alternate wiring inspector, I'm doing reference and background checks on the 2 finalists, and I will have a recommendation for next week. Director of Community Planning and Development, we have interviews scheduled for next Wednesday. For Board of Health Agent, we have interviews scheduled for this Thursday. So we're moving forward, filling those vacancies. On the North School, though, we have had no interest at all as yet on the lease of the North School. It's in the Central Register. There's a viewing for interested parties next week, and so hopefully someone will show up and show some interest. Upcoming negotiations with the OPIU that's tomorrow, Sursage monthly meeting on Wednesday, February 6th. As I said, North School viewing Wednesday, February 6th in the afternoon, and SMHG full board meeting to help set health insurance rates on Thursday, February 7th.
Thank you. Selectmen's report?
None, Madam Chair.
I read in the newspaper that the governor is pushing for regionalizing housing authorities. The town of Norton had a nice piece in the paper against it, and I'd like us, if possible, to follow suit, not recommending the town of Raynham be a participant in any regionalization for the housing authority. Our housing authority maintains itself quite adequately, and I don't see any need for us to have to regionalize with any other community.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Totally agree.
Motion to draft a letter.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Thank you. I think that's all that I had for right now. We have some correspondence this evening, but not very much. Please be advised, this is from the Highway Department. Please be advised that after all the bills have been recorded for the snow and ice account to date, we find the Highway Department will be exceeding the $50,000 snow budget with our next round of set payments. We have now had 6 snow and ice events, of which the last 2 have been plowing events. I respectfully request that the board vote to allow the Highway Department to continue to spend in excess of the $50,000 snow and ice budget. This is from Roger Stolte.
Yep. Motion to accept that request?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We keep that budget low, and that is really a killer. This is also from the Highway Department. The Highway Department investigated the head wall damage to the culvert near the pump station near 27 Judson Street. Head walls on both sides of the pipe are damaged, and further investigation found sections of the steel pipe missing under the road. These issues are serious defects in the culvert that could cause the road to collapse. These need to be repaired as soon as possible. The project will require environmental permitting and engineering doing prior to work beginning, not unlike the last 3 culvert projects we have accomplished. I have received a proposal from Greenman Peterson, Inc. of Wilmington to provide that service for a fee not to exceed $11,400. This is the same consultant that successfully provided professional services for North and South Main Street reconstruction, Rogers Way, and Oak Street culverts. Their fees are consistent with past similar projects. I respectfully request that the board authorize me to sign a contract for these services. Time is of the essence, since this effort will need to provide assessments in advance of the work anticipated to begin this spring. Funding will be obtained from either the highway operations account or infrastructure articles. A motion,
Yep.
please.
Motion to authorize the signing of the contract for those services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The Boy Scouts Troop 4 in Lakeville are requesting September 28th and September 29th, October 14th for their tag days. Teen Challenge New England from Brockton is requesting July 27, 28, and August 17th and 18th. And that's from Brad Smith. Okay, what do we have? To whom this may concern, hello, my name is James Fillon Jr., and I represent a group called Veterans Helping Veterans, Inc. Why am I writing this letter is to get permission from the town to have a fundraiser in the upcoming months. Why we do these fundraisers is to be able to help homeless veterans. We give Thanksgiving baskets to the veterans' families. We also donate Christmas toys for the veterans' families, too. We appreciate all the past support that you have given to us, and we would appreciate your support again this year. Thank you for considering helping us again. Does he tell us July 6th and July 7th? And he is from Assonet. And the organization is called Veterans Helping
And he's
Veterans.
done this before in town?
Yes.
Yeah, they've done it
Yes.
before, yes.
I make a motion that we accept this proposal.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the other two, please?
Yes.
Motion to approve this.
Okay.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. I don't need to do anything with this, do I? Okay. And that takes care of correspondence. Press time, Mark, do you have anything at all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering talked about funds for VR going down for Raynham, I guess. What did they go down from? Those are state funds. When did they go down from what to what?
Chapter 70 state aid, the governor's proposed budget had it going down about 150,000. Total from about, base is about 20 million. I can make copies of it for you.
So it's down 150,000 is what you said? Oh. And that's for next year? Or
FY14, right?
or 14? Okay. And with the housing authorities, talked briefly about some kind of proposal to regionalize housing authorities. I guess, can you just tell me a little bit about Raynham's housing authority? I'm not too familiar with it. Why, it's sustainable, as you said?
Well, it's a standalone building. They have two buildings there. They operate with two directors, one for each of the buildings. They operate very well. We've never had a problem there, number one. Number two, their funding has always been sustainable for that department, and the town of Raynham really doesn't have too terribly much to say about them. They are the authority. They take care of their own. And in speaking with members of the board, they don't want to be bothered with regionalization. They like it the way it is. They do fine the way it is, and they like the government to stay out of it.
Just to add a subscript to that, I mean, typically, when you talk regionalization, you're talking, to some extent, control going into a broader, broader arena. And so the control from the town's point of view is best kept with the town unless there's some unique advantage that's not obvious here.
I couldn't see any advantage to that, number one. Who would they pair us with, for example? Say they paired us with Taunton, that we'd have to regionalize with Taunton. Taunton has public housing. They're mostly low income or, family housing. We're strictly 55, 62, I think it is, to get into the housing authority. So we're elderly. We're elderly housing. And I don't know of another town, well, Norton probably would have another area that would be the same as ours. And I think that's probably why they feel the same way. We're unique in what we do. And I don't think it's broken. It works very, very well. So why change it?
Thank you.
You're welcome. We have no emergency business, no citizens here tonight. I wish some of them would come in once in a while so we could have some citizens and community input. Gentlemen, what do you want?
That being said, I'll make a motion that we adjourn the meeting and perform the remaining of our administrative duties.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.